now, we just discussed the very first point on the curve where we have not added any base. So in this case, it's an acid titration. Remember that we could do the exact same thing with a base. It would merely look like this, where we were titrating the acid into the base. No big deal. All right. Next thing. Let's say, in this case, we're titrating nitric acid with sodium hydroxide. So therefore, this is a strong. All right. If we have 50 mils of 0.2 molar nitric acid and 10 mils of 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide that are mixed, that gives us 10 millimoles, 50 mils times 0.2 molar, or 10 millimoles, also known as 0.010 moles. And this one is 0.1 millimole, or 0.001 moles. We now have the initial quantities. The change is this being limiting and being completely reacted because it's strong. We use up all 1 millimole of this in both cases, and we end up with 9 millimoles left of HNO3. We can then figure out the pH of the solution because we know that we have 9 millimoles of HNO3. Therefore, we have 9 millimoles of H3O plus. Why? Because this is strong and it totally dissociates. But the big thing to notice is that this is in 60 milliliters. Why 60 milliliters? 50 milliliters and 10 milliliters makes 60 milliliters because the volume is additive. So it adds up. Okay? Now, at this point, which would be someplace on the titration curve right in here, at that point, we have 0.15 molar HNO3. Therefore, we have 0.15 molar H3O plus, and therefore the pH at that particular point, we go log of 0.15, and we take the negative of that, and log 0.5, we get pH of 0.82. That's pretty low. In fact, it's below 1. That's because we've still got a lot of nitric acid in the solution, so it's a very, very acidic solution. So strong, pretty straightforward, pretty simple.